morning. This is Jim DeMarche, the Superintendent of Gilbert Christian Schools, with a very special video. Back in the spring, I let everyone know that we hired a new Assistant Superintendent, Cory Nikkel, and this is your chance to meet Cory. So Cory, welcome to Gilbert Christian Schools.
Thanks, Jim. It's great to be here.
You know, and he came perfectly. He came in just at the end of June, just so you could enjoy the weather, right?
That's right. I love it. You know, the heat, we know it's there every day, consistent. It's much better, actually, than the Midwest roller coaster.
We'll see if he's saying that at the end of September. But anyway, Cory, we're so glad you're joining Gilbert Christian Schools, and you're going to be such a blessing to Gilbert Christian Schools. Tell them a little bit about your family. Tell them about Courtney and the kids.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have a beautiful family. My wife, Courtney, and I have been together for 8 years, and we have 2 kids. Kira, who is 6, and she'll be in kindergarten this year, and then Macklin, who is 4. And they're just bundles of joy. So much energy and fun, and they've been enjoying exploring Arizona, and we've been in the pool every day, which has been really fun.
And your kiddos will be at Agritopia.
Yes. Yeah. Really excited about that. We're landed in a rental home really close to that, so to be plugged into that campus and community, we have spent a lot of time there, and it's always been a charming location for us to walk around and enjoy the Agritopia charm.
Nice. Now, if you remember in the email, I mentioned the fact that you came from Des Moines. So you're at Des Moines Christian. What were you doing there again?
Yes. So I was the head of high school at Des Moines Christian for the past 5 years in that role, and had been there for 9 years and been in different leadership roles throughout that time. So I actually came there originally as an 8th grade Bible teacher, and it's probably still my favorite job of all time. I loved teaching that in the middle school. But then from there, after the first year, I was in leadership with them every year. So I rebuilt the entire student support network for them and the resourcing to student needs, and then became director of spiritual life for the entire campus.
Nice.
And then became the middle school assistant principal, and then was in the head of high school role there.
Yeah. I know you also have background in public schools.
Mm-hmm.
So what about Christian education? Why do you want to be in Christian education?
Yes. So I have a heart for education in general, but Christian education is something I grew up in. My dad was a Christian ed teacher. He was an athletic director. I grew up in that environment. I was a gym rat. I spent all my time there. And my life is directly formed from that experience. And I always knew that I wanted that ability to live that mission out as an employee of a Christian school, but for my kids as well. But ultimately, for me, there was a time and place when I was pursuing a writing and speaking career. And I was on a stage at Spring Arbor University in Michigan, speaking to 2,000 college students. It was my 5th speaking gig in 3 days. I was on the road, it was crazy. Was driving home, and I was lamenting to God, like, God, I don't feel like I made an impact. I made 0 connections, had 0 conversations directly with anybody. There's got to be more. And he showed me a picture of a classroom. And he said, that is the impact, like in the room, in a school, with children every day. And I was like, okay, God, I don't know if I'm made to be a teacher forever. Like, let's think about that. I love teaching. I love that impact. But like, what else? What's a greater impact there? And then I felt the call to like leadership. And he's like, leadership. And then he showed me the seeds that were planted from my teachers in Christian education. And I knew distinctly, like, that is what I'm called to, is Christian ed, living in partnership with the home and the church and a Christian school.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what better way to form lives and to send them out to impact the world for Christ?
Well, there's nothing like, joining your passion for education and learning with ministry, right? It's the greatest opportunity in the world be doing work for what God's trying to build his kingdom and be a part of that.
That's right. I mean, when you get to show up every day and math isn't just math, but it's a conversation about God's order and design through numbers, and that science isn't just about an overload of certain theories, but you actually get to see how God created everything so intentionally at a molecular level. It is so enjoyable when it's not just standards being thrown at you that you have to get through, but it's an experience that forms you to be a Christ follower and a Christ knower through every single year and content that you get to do.
Well, I think you can tell just through this video why Cory's such a great fit for Gilbert Christian Schools. And you know our mission, right, to partner with parents to prepare the next generation to impact the world for Christ. And with that partnership with parents, we want to do more, even more than what we're currently doing. So one of the things that Cory will be doing, among a lot of things, he'll be the face of a lot of the parent resources. You're going to see him in podcasts like this, where we're talking with experts and some of our own principals and teachers, just about things that might be of value to you. So we can provide a bunch of resources that will, again, be a partnership with you, saying, hey, we've got some things that might be helpful as you raise your children. We want to partner with you on that whole endeavor. And so Cory's going to be the face of that. And you're going to see Cory around. You're going to see him on all different campuses. You're going to see more than you want to see of Cory. No, Cory's going to be everywhere, and we're just excited that you're joining us here at Gilbert Christian School. So when you see Cory around and you see Courtney and the kids, make sure you stop by and say hello. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in August.